How's your weekend been then, boys?
It's been really good, actually. The song's been flying at radio so far, so we're just kind of trying to catch up with it right now. They're just the support we've had from our fans, and it's nice to know that they haven't left us, with all the inactivity from the band.
Well, the thing is, you've been in the public eye anyway, Danny. You've been getting the word out there anyway, haven't you?
Been keeping the face to the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, you and Glenn, do you feel left out when Danny's put forward all the time on the pedestal? Do you feel a bit in the background? Or is that what you like?
Believe it or not, I'm the one that's behind pushing him onto that pedestal because I don't want to be doing it. He gets to sit in a restaurant and sign autographs all day while I get to enjoy my food. So you work it out.
I think you've got the better deal. You've got your own personal space.
You're damn right. Yeah.
Yeah, we've always said the scripts have faces for radio, so
and music. Because we are loving the new single.
Nice.
Thank you.
There's not a bad thing you can say about it. It's just so catchy, and it's so like you chaps.
No, thank you, man.
Very much.
Yeah, we were just kind of, I guess, nervous coming out. You never know how it's going to sound. A lot of people were really surprised actually that we did it with Will.i.am, and I guess even more surprised that it turned out good. But it was no, we're really, really proud of the single. It's got a great positive message, and it's for some reason it's now coinciding with the Olympics, which it's setting the tone off on a completely different area to where and when we wrote it.
Well, exactly, because a Hall of Fame is the title, of course, and it does seem quite fitting for the Olympics. But I'm guessing you had something else in mind when you wrote it.
It was, I suppose, at a time we wrote the song about 6 months ago. It was one of those songs that were kind of first written for the album, and we wrote it really out of inspiration, I suppose, for the build-up to what was going on around the Olympics. Not really the Olympics themselves, but more people of the everyday nature going in and doing those marathons for life, running marathons to raise money for cancer research, and there was a ton of things that you're watching real people making a massive effort, and it really inspired us on going to the studio every day. I was just seeing so many people getting out there around London and around Ireland and just making an effort to raise money, and it's a good one to see people getting into the spirit, and that's why we wrote it for people of the everyday nature, but not really, it wasn't really supposed to be applying to athletes and stuff. However, it just does,
#3, of course, is the new album. Do you find each album's got its own adventure, its own pitfalls, or does it just come to you boys? Just think,
no, I guess an album is just really a snapshot of people's lives, I mean, every band kind of, they'll go out on tour, they'll tour the last album, and then they come off tour, go into the studio, and what happens is you just get a good clump of their life, over we spent maybe 7 months or 6 months recording this whole album from top to bottom. So what you're getting is like 7 months of experience of the script, not being on tour and kind of reacclimatizing to life again, and really trying to find what's important to write about and what's important to sing about. And it just came really natural, as it always does when we go in the studio. So I guess it's one of the only places we feel really comfortable these days. And the album, we never ever leave the studio until emotionally we felt that we've reached the depth that our fans expect from us. And we can, as soon as we were able to look each other in the eye and say, look, have we rinsed this dry? Have we really kind of spent everything emotionally we can on the album? We all said yes, and that's the time when we leave it. A piece of work is never really finished, or the piece of art is never really finished until they kind of prize it from our hands. You know what I mean? It's always completely tiny little bit unfinished.
Do you have trusted people that you would rely on for their opinion during the process of recording?
Yeah, each other, because we not a lot of people know, but we write and produce everything ourselves. So when I was on The Voice, Mark was picking up my production slack, and then I come in the morning and check stuff he was doing, and it's a very symbiotic relationship, I guess, that you can really trust the people in the band to know what's best for the band. And if that's when you ask if we got people around us, it's the band, the rest of the band. It's a great combination.
Well, it's quite incredible this morning, Danny and Mark, because we've asked listeners for questions.
Sure.
Nice. Most of them, yeah. Danny, you've got every right to go, because I'm sure Mark can work it out.
Yeah, I've done a few of these.
Most of them are, why is Danny so lush?
Because I beat him with a brush. Next question.
But also, we've got some listeners listening from Mexico and Brazil.
Whoa. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Caroline says, I'm from Brazil. It's 5:30 in the morning here. I've got to work in a couple of hours, but here I am waiting to listen to Danny and Mark interview.
Nice.
I run a site dedicated to the script with a friend, and we always used to wake up at 4 a.m. in order to listen to their interviews. This is how much we love these guys.
It's unbelievable, the level of commitment, and thank you so much if you are listening right now. Can't believe it. Get us to Brazil, though. In fairness, we'd love to go for a holiday, and we clearly need a tan.
And I clearly need a waxing.
Well, you've just answered her question, because that's what it was. When are you going to Brazil to do a concert?
See, we're psychic too. You know, we've had on the last album, we had the incredible opportunity to go to South Africa. Which was a place we never ever thought we'd even be appreciated, let alone go and do a show. We had like 16,000 people at one of those shows. It was incredible. So, you know, I'm not saying that we're never going to Brazil, because I never thought we'd go there. So I'm sure on the next album, fingers crossed.
Next year.
Yeah, hopefully be on the cards. I mean, wow, that'd be a great holiday as well, wouldn't it? Do you want to come down with us?
Please, yeah. Please organise flights for us as well. We'd be there in a flash, wouldn't we, Katie?
Oh, definitely.
Boys, I think we should get you to introduce your new single. Definitely on Tay FM now, but you've got to do it in a radio presenter kind of way.
Oh.
Well, how do you, as musicians, how do you feel about, you know, when you hear your songs on the radio and us presenters always try and talk over the intro part?
Well, that's why we put a bit of music at the start. That's why we put the piano on the start.
Thank you.
We do. We think about you guys. That's no joke. We sit there and go, how the hell are they going to talk over that section of your bloody singing? You know, we do that all the time, so we are really aware of that.
Well, we are, of course, restrained for time in the morning when it comes, and that's why we do it. But Danny, Mark, I think you should try and do it now with your own song.
Hey, fat on a lollipop stick-tastic. This is Tay FM 9:30. This is the script all the way from Dublin, Ireland. You're going to love these guys. These are awesome.
They feature I Am on
William I Am. And this is Bill I'm Not. Thank you very much for listening on Tay FM.
Still got 8 seconds to pad. Come on.
Oh, no.
And Daddy's an incredibly handsome gentleman. And here's his phone number. It's 078.
You can be the best. You can be the